First night.
Our first night.
Checked into the insurmountable Hotel Lydia with what's the word? A communion bathroom.
And a broken elevator.
A broken elevator, and we're on the 3rd floor. But other than that, everything's been peachy.
Well, Rob's happy because now we're on the, what do you call this level here? The middle level.
On the mezzanine level.
Mezzanine, yeah. And he got himself a Sprite.
Got a Sprite.
Not a Dew,
No
but
Dew.
a Sprite, and
Not
he's
a Dew
happy.
country.
Now look down, and we'll show you what we're looking at down here, folks.
Saturday night at about 7 o'clock probably, I guess. Jam-packed. It's like Bourbon Street. We're about, what, 3 blocks away from this, our hotel is. Had a great cab driver on the way over, almost got killed about 4 times.
And Rob's seatbelt didn't work.
I think I'm going to rent a moped tomorrow.
Okay, I get,
Stand back and look up behind you.
I get shotgun. There's at the top of the Spanish Step.
So we're about to go down into the crowd and
Go down the... Okay, Rob, what have we been doing for the last hour?
well, we finally made it to the bottom of the Spanish Steps. We've been window shopping. And haven't bought anything yet, but we got some things picked out for the rest of the week.
And what is your impression of the Spanish Steps in this area?
Oh, I like it.
Kind of a happening place, isn't
It's
it?
happening.
This fountain was designed built by an architect, and it was Nicholas Tody. It was 260 years ago. It was 1735. It's a big...
Trevi Fountain is dry.
Beautiful, it's dry.
We don't have any coins to throw in either.
Oh, well, we'll come back.
We'll be back.
This color, there are about 200 meters, 600 feet of sculpture carved in a spiral way, with 2,500 figures, one next to the other, like a film, telling the history, of the conquest made by the emperor 1800 years ago, second century of Christ. Very some options now, but this is the original part of it. Now, just to have a better idea, how was this temple 1800 years ago, I would like to show you a little model, so you can appreciate better how beautiful it was.
1,800 years old, Corinthians. This is the center of Rome, and it was built to...
They're not allowed to make any changes. It's actually dedicated to Haiti, the great Roman.
Hadrian, I think his name is. And those are Corinthian columns. And this is what it originally looked like. There he is.
And then lopped off his head.
200 BC. Have us to the best. We're just walking through the old part of Rome.
On the way to the Pantheon. All that map.
The Pantheon.
About the restaurant, here's one of the most famous and typical Italian places, right there, McDonald's. In the middle of the square, we have an Egyptian obelisk, which is one of the 13 Egyptian obelisks that are in Rome. Romans brought from Egypt 2,000 years ago as trophies, pagan goddess. This is the name of many goddesses. The first temple was built by a general of Emperor Augustus. The name was Marco Vipsan. 100 years later, second century after Christ, totally redesigned, rebuilt by Emperor Hadrian. Remember, we saw the temple of Hadrian, first great Roman emperor. He was a genius, philosopher, mathematician, poet, writer, musician, even an architect. He was loving very much single piece of solid granite marble, 16 tons heavy each one, all brought from Egypt by boat. Same as we do with the obelisk. Imagine for every corner, every obelisk is placed a boat. It's amazing.
Now we're going into the Pantheon, and the doors are 1,800 years old, solid bronze. Have to knock hard on solid bronze doors. big are those doors? And down. Oh, there's Rob.
Renaissance, Raphael. Great genius. You can see many of his works in a few museums all over the world, especially here in the very beautiful and famous Raphael's rooms in the Vatican museums. Great painter that unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, died pretty young. He was only 37 when he died, and he died on April the 6th of the year 1520. In Italy gave him the honor to be buried in the Pantheon. So he's buried in this very, very precious sarcophagus, where on the top there is a Latin sentence written by a Tuscan poet. The name was Bembo. A sentence written in Latin there, I made the translation, saying that when Raphael was alive, the nature was afraid of him, and after he died, the nature was afraid to die after him. It's a very nice sentence dedicated to this great genius. And here you can see the Raphael's portrait, see the bronze bust there, that's Raphael's portrait. You look in there, you see that he was very young, and look in there, you noted that he was a very handsome guy too. See how beautiful, very handsome guy. And you said that's why some of you.
This is inside the Pantheon.
I can't get you to put that thing down. Let me get your picture.
Atmosphere. Then 44 meters to 44 meters. Extremely heavy if you consider, imagine that the dome is at the bottom 6 meters thick.
6 meters thick.
22 feet at the bottom and 1.5 meters thick at the top.
22 feet.
Imagine the dome is
Built of concrete 1,800 years ago. Biggest dome.
1,800 years ago. It is charged the way by the side.
Okay, we're in the Piazza Nirvana. It's a big square, except that it's rectangle. I'm going to look right at the sun at Rob. Oh, don't see him.
Bought postcards. I don't know exactly how I'm going to mail them. We're going to come back here tonight and frolic. Maybe get a portrait done. A mother-son portrait.
Oh, I don't want to. I already have mine from the right age. We are in Vatican Square.
We'll be blessed by the Pope. Lord knows I need it.
One of them. Beg your pardon?
Vatican City. I'm about to get blessed by the Pope. If he decided to wake up this morning. I already had a late night last night. We just got Gary's pocket crucifix to be blessed by the Pope, so that'll be very nice.
I'm going to zoom in on that bell Rob thinks beautiful. He's really excited to be here on Sunday when the Pope does his blessing. Who says he doesn't like religion or anything else, but he's really excited to share this time in history. To the guards at the Vatican.
I think I'd have to risk getting by those two.
Hey, this is looking back out towards the square. Are in the St. Peter's Basilica. when I was 18 and I came here and Woo-Woo, Aunt Woo-Woo said this is the only thing she's here that I saw. Now we're going to go down and be under the dome. I want to look up the design exterior by, who did the exterior? Michelangelo, and the interior was done by, of the dome was done by Bernini. This is up under the dome. It's all done, not painting, but mosaic.
Mosaic lasts a lifetime.
More than one lifetime.
A lot of lifetimes. You ready to get married here?
I think there's like 24 panels or 28 panels. Okay, I'm standing almost in the center of the dome. I can't get right in the center of the dome because that's where the Pope gives his masses. Professional. This one happens to be Spanish and Italian. They're hanging out the red banner from where the Pope's going to come out. Just hung it out. A lot of people happy when they did that.
Dall'inizio di una nuova imploriamo la benedizione divina sulle campagne e sul mondo rurale. Perché il Signore da quasi 50 anni in Italia promuovere una rinnovata relazione verso di loro. Questa ricorrenza sia un'occasione per meglio apprezzare il creato che Dio ha affidato agli uomini, perché lo coltivino e lo custodiscano con un dono prezioso. Un ringraziamento al Signore per i frutti della terra volevo unire quello per il mio recente pellegrinaggio in India e Georgia, del quale avrò modo di parlare mercoledì prossimo, nel corso dell'udienza generale. Questa grande esperienza spirituale costituisce un'ulteriore tappa nel cammino della nuova evangelizzazione preso il grande giubileo dell'anno 2000. Ringrazio inoltre Dio per la celebrazione ecumenica che si è svolta ieri nella Basilica Vaticana nel ricordo di Santa Brigida. Durante tale ricco rito sacro mi è risuonata costantemente l'anima la preghiera di Cristo nel cenacolo Ut unum sint. Continuiamo a camminare sulla strada che Cristo ci ha indicato nella speranza di poter giungere quanto prima alla piena unità di tutti i credenti. Maria, Madre della Chiesa, ci sostenga in questo sforzo. Non posso poi non ricordare alcune sciagure e catastrofi dei giorni scorsi. A Foggio è crollato il palazzo, travolgendo nelle macerie numerose famiglie. Nel Kosovo è caduto un aereo del programma alimentare mondiale con a bordo benemeriti volontari. In Turchia vi è stato un altro violento terremoto dopo quello del mese di agosto. Un paio di settimane fa un aereo della compagnia egiziana si è inabissato nell'Oceano Atlantico. Vi invito a pregare per le numerose vittime ed esprimo la mia vicinanza e la mia solidarietà a tutti coloro che sono nella sofferenza per queste immani tragedie. Di pari tempo incoraggio l'impegno di soccorso, di aiuto e di solidarietà di Gesù.
Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostra.
Cancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostra.
Et verbum caro Patrum,
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus.
Pozdrawiam pielgrzymów z Polski. Diecezję gliwicką z biskupem ordynariuszem. Pielgrzymów z Andrychowa, z Krakowa, parafii Matki Kościoła.
What are you doing?
Who dropped something?
No, I did.
Huh?
I did. Step. Step. How'd you see that step?
This is the center of Rome, the topographical center of Rome. All these buildings were designed by Michelangelo.
This is actually City Hall now. Not to impress
We were
with
curious
Michael.
about this guy, what he had in his left hand, but
I figured out it was a veritable cornucopia overflowing.
yeah.
Not to impress with Michael's work in this.
You see this letter written everywhere, huh? It was the same as that. For religious activities, there were pagan temples. You know that Romans were dealing with pagan gods in the mythology, and they were actually very important temples. And you can see some remainings of pagan temples. Look at the big columns right here. This belongs to the temple of Saturn, very important god for the Romans. imagine they were even considering themselves dead on the tour. Down there you can see 3 columns. Behind the 3 columns, opposite that, not by Sutton, down there, see there's the Emperor Titus at the front, erected 1900 years ago, in the honor of Emperor Titus after the conquest of the first century. Here we can see behind the columns the Emperor Septimius Severus at the time, Roman Emperor, 3rd century after Christ, 1700 years ago, in his honor after the war against the Parths, after people in the nation, Parths and Persian and Iran. And they settled down here, they were generous about it. And you have 2 other cemeteries, so here we are on the Catholic and Roman Catholic, and on the side the Palatino, this is here where, according to the legend, Rome started from 8th century before Christ. The legend says that
That's what she's saying with rewind.
Yeah, I want to take your picture again just a second. Just a minute.
I'll take yours. That reminds you of Tiger Stadium, doesn't it?
Hot boudin and cold kush kush. Come on, tigers. Push, push, push.
There are lots of tigers.
Deaf Dome, Deaf Dome.
Ionian style. That's when you see the 2 curves of the style. 3rd row up there are Corinthian styles. That's when you see the leaves of a canthus.
Corinthian,
That's the 3 styles: Doric, Ionian, Corinthian.
Doric,
Then, looking at
Ionic.
the very top, you can see many holes. This one is the other, and below every hole a piece of marble. You know, through that hole, at the time they were made past a big mass of wooden sticks. Passing through the hole, staying a piece of marble below. On the top of the mass there were pulleys, and all around the Colosseum there were 1,000 sailors. Sailors, you know, are experts without sails. They were having ropes. Ropes are the fixer on the top of the mast with pulleys. When it was too much sunny, madam,
There are over 80 entrances to the Coliseum. Each one is numbered. You see the number above the door, where they could get 50,000 people in and out through the doors in a half-hour's time. This only holds about 50,000 people, whereas the Circus Maximus held 250,000 people. The holes are because they put reinforcement in of bronze to keep it for earthquakes.
In between each slab of
Stone.
marble for earthquakes, and then when Fall Run came, the pillagers came down and took all the bronze. That's why the front of the building is actually falling apart, because of the instability of it.
Domitian Stadium, with the mixed sports. See how every corner is historical in Rome, never ends. I wanted to show here just a few pictures. This is a very, very, very interesting book now.
You probably have to pay. The old aqueduct, built by Claudius in the 1st century.
That's where our water's coming from for our hotel room.
That's why it took so long to get hot water.
Claudius's tomb is across the street. Can't see it very well though.
Yeah.
1 million cubic feet of water per day is what they used. It all comes from the mountains to our left, which you can't see, but that's South Rome.
St. Paul's Basilica, second largest. St. Peter's being the largest. It's a mosaic.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're now in the Basilica of St. Paul outside the wall. This is the front side of it, the main entrance. Look here, there is a very, very beautiful quadri portico, 4-side portico created by an architect. The name was Calderini, by the columns. All one single piece of solid granite marble. Look how beautiful. And in the middle, we can see a marble statue of St. Paul. Now, you notice that St. Paul is always represented holding a sword. Why? You know, he has been beheaded with a sword. And after that, Christians named here defensor of Christianity. That's why his symbol is a sword. You see always St. Paul holding a sword. Huh? That's his symbol. And now, John the 3rd died in 1963. You know that he was a very beloved pope. Imagine that people are still calling him the good pope. You know that next year, by February next year, there will be in a big ceremony, he will be canonized, made saint. Yeah. Then you see the month of Pius XII. Pius XII died in 1968, he fought in World War II. Then Pius XI, and on the other. Over here is the
These? Let's see.
13 medals and
These three were all popes in the same year, 1978, wasn't it, Rob? He died, and he was made pope, and he only lasted 33 days. And then he's been around ever since 1978, so he's been around 21 years. Pope had his picture put in right at the foot of Jesus.
This church here, you can see another one. This one is called the Easter candle. Easter candle is a tradition, like Easter period is the candle, you know, tradition. But usually there are wax candles.
Looks like a little turtle. Okay, we're getting ready to go to Capri. There's Mount Vesuvius in the background. There's our hydrofoil that we're going to go on.
And we don't know whether or not we're going to be able to go to the Blue Grotto because the weather's kind of iffy.
We hope so.
It looks like it's clearing up, though.
There's Rob pouring his Fanta into doing that instead of... There we go.
You got to get a picture of my belly. This is the port of Naples, and it's by far the nicest part of Naples. Naples is disgusting driving in. I think I live on a boat. Coast Guard cutter. Variety thereof.
Oh, we're not getting any more waves, huh?
Waves are coming above the window. Now we're kicking into hydrofoil. Oh my gosh, about 20 feet higher than when we started. Pretty cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, kind of hard. Here we are in Capri, walking along the dock. Let's get the cliff. I'm gonna do a little cliff diving later on this afternoon, I believe. The sun comes out.
I'm just going to do a belly flop. I'm not going to dive.
Show me your what kind of flop?
Belly flop. Say it again.
Highway 1, looking back towards Naples.
Well, I'm looking at Mount Vesuvius.
Mount Vesuvius. Get on the side of the road. Oh no! What are we gonna do? The narrowest road ever.
Okay, here we are at the entrance to the Blue Grotto, which we can't even see.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't go in. All right, here's your chance to swim. Should I go?
Go ahead. If that railing gives way, you're going to be swimming. You get to swim in the Blue Grotto whether you want to or not.
Oh.
Okay, we're recording now. We're going down to the to see the hole that we can't get in by boat. Here's the entrance that we couldn't get in. Certainly, oh, look at that blowing out of there. Looks like we could have gotten in, lay down in the boat and get in.
That's fine. Verbal. The camera focus is automatic, so it's a pain in the butt.
It's a bougainvillea covered veranda just above the Blue Grotto. And there's a blue clad sun oh, is it a pool? Above the Blue Grotto?
We got wet. Our feet got wet at the Blue Grotto. Not on purpose, mind you.
He's got on a whole wetsuit. But he doesn't have on wetsuit shoes.
The only thing that's not waterproof got wet.
Well, I want to show you Rob, but then I wanted to show you these wonderful archways of bougainvillea.
Stand in the rain for this.
Yeah?
It's already, it's getting cold.
So he's got his rain suit.
Button it up.
Are you getting cold? On him, that'll be good painting right there. Good painting.
She brought some watercolors. She's going to paint tonight.
Yeah.
That's where we were. Actually, we were up there.
Okay.
That's where we were. We were on that little road you can see right in the middle of that big cliff.
See if I can zoom in on it. Yep, there it is.
We made our way down the mountain. Now we're heading to Sorrento on one of these two boats. I prefer the larger one because it's kind of stormy and rainy out. It's we're at a little rest break here, and it hailed in Rome or near Rome. I almost thought that was so amazing. I guess I don't know if it's amazing or not. It's all over the place. We didn't get any though.
That is cool. Kick it again.
Damn that hail.
And then pick some up here.
No, I'm cold. I don't want to. Cold and wet.
Are you going to pat me on the head?
Yeah.
This is the Gallery of Maps in the Vatican Museum. See, when we got up this morning where I wanted to race through the museums and get to the Sistine Chapel, but now we are lingering in each room listening to the audio tours. Episodes of the history of the church and the lives of the saints. Each one kind of connected to the map area below it that it's above.
See what a dreary day it is today? This is just some courtyard on an outside walkway heading towards the Sistine Chapel still.
In the middle of the Vatican Museum area. We're doing very well with our little hearing thing.
Oh yeah. Talk to you later. This is the floor of the Raphael Roman. Everybody's been bored looking at painted walls. After this room, I'll stop until the Sistine Chapel. We don't really know what this is, but it's outside of the Sistine Chapel. But we saw it on a window walking out, so we thought we'd videotape it. Got some nuns over here making something. Let's zoom in and see if we can find out what they're making.
Walk over to help the nun.
Have a man's help. Can't really tell.
Was it the Pope out of her uniform?
I think that was the Pope in a leisure suit. So we're gonna.
Looks like she's sewing something. She's cutting out something to sew.
I think she's sewing the Pope's papal gown. We're about to go off into this rain somewhere. Eat lunch probably, I guess.
Nope, buy a new tote bag to replace.
Another courtyard with a very interesting globe.
Do you say Peter's, the dome of St. Peter's Basilica behind the building?
Oh yeah, there it is. It's a huge building. We've been walking through it now for 10 or 15 minutes trying to get out, and we can't get out. Bye. Here we are back at the Spanish Steps. We couldn't remember if we videotaped when we were here the first night, but we definitely didn't get it in the daytime. We're 1 block to the right at the top of the Spanish Steps. Very convenient. This is my first batch of American girls. We haven't drinks with them later on tonight. Although I don't think they're American because the girl just got on a cell phone. Here's the fountain. Here is the Flint May May. Oui, oui. We're going to try to go to Cafe Greco, which is where Keats and Shelley used to eat all the time, frequent all the time. And Keats actually died, or lived here, and died here. He's buried a little bit down the street.
One of these buildings.
Oh, there it is, Keats Memorial House. Keats Shelley Memorial House. That must be on Siesta, looks like it's closed. So, we're gonna go eat. We're starving. We just got back from
Now,
Vatican.
that's the street that had all the little cafes with seats out. That's rim cover.
All right, here we go. We're filming the new Gucci ad and the
Or a
Ferrari.
Ferrari ad. We can't tell which.
Brand new Ferrari with a good-looking girl inside. Yeah, get the lighting right for me.
You can let her out.
Well, there's a car coming. Hey, I got the camera now. You can't tell me where to step. All right, I don't think the lighting's quite right for me.
Excuse me, let her out.
No,
She's gonna drive in there.
get a good look at it. Oh, yeah. Oh, fix the hair. Get out of the way. It's Julia Roberts, everyone. See, here we are right in front of Gucci. Oh well. Kind of close quarters at our second cafe. We're having
But then that's the charm of it.
artichoke pasta. Just some lean veal on the way. We're on, not Via Condati, but 1 street over. Cafe Greco, 2 streets over. Cafe Greco is just a tea room. And we were starving because we didn't have any dinner last night.
They have sweets, so we'll go there for dessert.
Sounds good to me. Got the Fanta. No Mountain Dew yet in Italy.
It's a little cool here in the shade, out of the sunshine. It's a little cool. But at least the rain has stopped. The sky is very blue. To
Very
match my
nice.
hat.
I think I'm going to open up a Mountain Dew distributorship here. I think it'd go over really well.
Did you have a good meal?
Great. Very nice.
Were you full? Had enough to eat, huh? Go ahead.
Here are we're at the Coliseum, by the way. And these are the original cobblestones. This path in front of the Coliseum. It's kind of bright, so you might not be able to see. But we're about to walk down here and go in. We were here yesterday, but we didn't get a chance to go inside.
And it was pouring this morning. Isn't it pretty this
Yeah, it's
afternoon?
beautiful this afternoon.
Nice and warm in the sunshine.
All right, we finally made it inside the Coliseum.
I can hear the gladiators right now. I can hear the steel of their swords clashing together. The crowd roaring.
Was that the crowd or was that a lion? We've got about 15 minutes to wait. We're going to take a guided tour because I've always wanted to come here and I hate to look at things and not have any explanation of them. Pretty impressive though. So I think from our other tour, I think it's at 50,000 people.
1/5 as many as used to fit in the the what? It held 250,000.
Oh, Circus Maximus.
Circus Maximus.
Here are the top.
So, four hills. Palatine Hill over there, Palazzo Palace, the restaurant Palatine. It's a very nice place, with wonderful panorama, and probably that's why, not only that, also the reason why emperors were there. It's a very ancient hill, and you can still see the remains of, emperors' palaces. Mainly belonging were built only after Titus' death by his brother Domitian. So Domitian became emperor afterwards. He described those cellars where animals, hunters, and machinery were kept to be, trained for spectacle displays. So if you heard about not naval battles taking place in the arena, the only way archaeology it didn't solve the problem. Very question. And that's before the mission with the cellars. They filled with water, but afterwards the cellars were flooded.
Everything else only has
Do you know that there was a proper building for multiple battles? Roman had different buildings for different kinds of, The sea was totally made of travertine blocks. Travertine is that white calcareous stone, very popular at the end of the Republican period and during the Imperial age. We still use it a lot, by the way, because it's very resistant and can be exposed to sun and rain. That's why we
Okay, here we are in Naples again.
Back again.
What's the date today? Today's the 17th.
A little overcast, although not raining yet.
Surf's kind of kicking up here.
If you look to the left, you should be able to see the Isle Capri, which is where we were, but you can't even see it. It's so overcast.
Yep, pretty cloudy. And let's see. I'm going to zoom in on, there's a fisherman down there. I'm going to zoom in on him. Hope he's lucky because that's our lunch.
There are little kitties down there. Want to bring home a cat? They are definitely all over these rocks. Look at them all.
Where?
There's 3 down here.
Oh, little kittens.
There's one over there.
Don't know whether I'm seeing. There they are. Kitty, 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 kitty.
Just finishing off my first Fanta of the day.
This is the fort in Naples from the Norman era. Now we got dogs after the cats.
Okay. Ordered that one 6 months ago, it's just not finishing.
These are the cobblestones in Pompeii. We're in Pompeii right now. The big stones are lava.
Because it was dry from the side to the other side of the road, during the raining days. Chariots, they were always made with an even numbers of animals, not 2 by 2. They, each horse went each side of the stone, so they do not to jump over the stone.
And then the white stones in between. Let's stop for just a second. These little white stones in between. Are reflectors on the highway now. This is the form, the heart.
Construction, those pillars that we have on the right and on the left side as well, we realize how the 2 longest sides of the forum, they were covered by a roof. That was a sort of the common complex, the Vesuvius, lady.
This is the direction of the Vesuvius.
And the pavement of the forum was all called by Travertino. Then this white stone, here the forum is surrounded by steps on all its sides. This way was the source of the pedestrian zone of 2,000 of years ago. Chariots were not allowed to come on this way. If you follow me now, we are going to see some... So, here we can see some of the classic castles, made with the skeleton of the people found in Pompeii. I have to tell you that in all Pompeii, we don't have some name, and we don't know in the following way. I told you that Pompeii has been made by ashes, by Pontius, within the temple, here.
Oh dear, I didn't say that. It's a well-known fact that before an eruption, the dogs start following tourists around.
Then, when the public doesn't mean everybody was allowed to come, but just the rich, not the patrician. I mean, the terme was a sort of social club all the time. People came to the terme to meet the friends, start a business, run away by the wives.
Okay, we're going into a public bath. They had 4 rooms. The first was the dressing room. The second was cold water. The third was warm water. And the last was hot water. So here we are in the waiting room, the dressing room.
Probably holes right there where they had hooked through the towels and the bathroom.
Vaulted ceiling. This is the cold room. There are 4 niches for 4 people to come in and get cold, I guess. The water was in there. Vaulted ceiling, domed ceiling, and a little air light to come in. This is the warm room. Very decorated ceiling. Statues along the way. And this is where it's really hot.
The hot bath.
This is a fast food kitchen. They had kind of a wood burning down underneath this, and they stick deep pots down in it of soup, a gambling joint in the back. Then you can see these grooves right along there. That means that this was a store or a commercial place rather than a home, because homes had normal doors. And they gambled in the back rooms. This is a beware of dogs mosaic in the foyer to a house.
Libby.
I'm feeling a little shaky.
Beware Libby.
Feeling a little shaky.
According to shape.
Bakery.
Then after the top, they had
These are the photos from the House of Debauchery. This was on one of the walls in the House of Debauchery. I'm getting a lot of glare. There we go. And there's a statue in the sex room. This is in the dining room in the House of Debauchery with the Pompeii red. This is what I tried to Okay, why won't it focus in? And this is a panel in that red dining room from which my painting came. And this is the artist putting her seal on. There were two styles of houses, those that opened to all the rooms around an open courtyard, and those that opened around a closed room with a hole in the ceiling. That's looking up through the hole in the ceiling, and those gargoyle kind of things are shooting water, rainwater, down into a pit, a square pit in the middle of the room. This is a public bathroom. This is another one of the, what do you call those, Dale? Casts, and those jugs are pointed on the bottom because they stuck them in holes in the ground to keep them from falling over. And there's another cast.
This country house of Abrahamian was built in the 2nd century, 200 after Christ. The emperor wanted to spend here his old age, but Hadrian died 2 years after this country as it was built. Hadrian wanted to get here reproduced buildings and the places he saw during his trips throughout the Roman Empire. So here you can see the Greek theater, the sports palace, a portico utilized for walks in the sun and in the shadow, the maritime theater, the hospital was the guest house, the stadium for horse races, the small bands for women, the large bands for men, the praetorium. The praetorium was the barracks of the praetorians, and the praetorians were the bodyguards of the emperor. The canopus was a channel which was located. Okay, this building here is the maritime theater. In this place, Hadrian spent his time, his free time. When he needed a rest, he came here. Yeah. All around it was.
That's where they went and took steam baths. And here was a horse race track. I don't know yet what that was. We're still at Hadrian's.
Was a museum. The museum was a building decorated with statues and with the fountain. And there, people spend their free time.
Just a play place.
A summer dining room. Huh?
Summer dining room.
A summer dining room. Here, from time to time, horses were organized. And here you can also see some columns. As I told you before, all buildings were richly decorated. That lived there underground. At the time, you know, no trade unions existed, so no strikes. So slaves lived there underground.
Looks like probably been arrested. Oh, there's my olive. Put in my collage.
I was going to show you the nets they spread out under the trees to catch the olive.
This building here, this building on the top here, was the barracks of the Praetorians. The Praetorians were the bodyguards of the emperor. The Praetorians.
Probably where I'd stay.
Oh, it could be the emperor.
So, this place here is called the Canopus. The Canopus was a channel which in Egypt connected the cities of Canopus and Alexandria. It was a pilgrimage place. Along the original channel there were many temples. Egyptian modern reproduction. As I told you before, all the original works of art found here are now located in the Vatican Museum. The Serapeum, a temple dedicated to Serapis, the Egyptian divinity Serapis. Have a look, take the pictures, and then we go.
Poor Hadrian only got to live here 2 years and then he died. Pretty nice place he built for himself. The wall shows the holes that beams came out of and made a wooden cover all over around this pretty pond, making a portico. Neat treed walkway.
The tree for Rockefeller Center came from.
Putting the lights on it as we speak.
So that might be a nice painting to paint.
Rob likes to look at the olive trees on the side of the hill.
We're stuck in a big old long line of traffic. People have been turning around
We don't know why.
on the way to Villa d'Este. And another tree.
The town of Tivoli down there, as we're going
Rome
up.
is located on the left side.
Looks like it might be cleared up a little bit.
Between Rome and Tivoli is about 20 miles. Roma está a la izquierda e la vista.
Florida. The name is Cornalina. But normally we have a lot of shows. Normally we like work this too because inside part of this show, that's the unique part we use, there are two nice colors, white and brown, white and pink. Two color, one piece per shirt. We select a piece from the best part of this shirt into the color, into the size. And we glue piece of shell into a wooden stick like this with a special wax by fly. Because in the craft work it's impossible to carve with a piece in hand. We glue here, with the file we smooth, and rough part go out. Till comes the white layers. In the white part of the shirt, we make a design. Normally it's a piece Venus, Venus from Greek mythology. Goddess flowers, Diana, music, dancing. My wife, look, she's beautiful. We make portrait too. She's younger than you, 10 years. The up design you are doing here, with this chisel for 25 all different size, we end the craft slowly, all around to the design till we discover the second layers of the shirt. So in that way which we are. And this part of the shirt, the white part, the figurine, and the darker brown background. Two colors, one design. After, with a very fine chisel like this, we carve the nose of this inside. To one a little sculpture. To be a sculptor, really important is not the shirt.
The fountain is made of an ancient Roman sarcophagus. Yeah. The Villa d'Este.
This room was utilized by the civil authority of Tivoli, which was a cardinal using these important paintings. And these paintings were made utilizing this bedroom in the south. It was possible to get the pressure.
The bedroom. There was a fountain in there. Cool headboard, huh?
There we go.
Okay. I wish I'd come in with a cigarette. I'm gonna have to spit on it to put it out. hallway. In the ceiling of the hallway. It's all mosaic, all out of pebbles. This is in the meeting room.
The goddess Vesta is there. Who was their goddess? All the water in all these fountains is pumped, and it's not pumped. It's all through gravity.
Symbolized by obelisks, eagles, and other animals.
Uh-huh.
So this is the Ovato fountain. The name of this fountain comes from the shape of the fountain, which is just oval. In the middle of the top, the divinity located in this area in ancient times. So this is the Ovato.
To raise fish in those ponds for all the visitors that would come. See the guy down there with the cane pole fishing? Getting dinner?
Even though this is all being reworked and everything, this is a fountain in Tivoli that, at Villa d'Este, that has an organ in it, and the water runs the organ, plays the organ.
With both of us. You take our picture? Oh. We don't have hardly any with both of us in the picture. Yeah. It's just the button. Yeah. Get this in the background. Here's May May. She's barely gonna make it to the top. Oh. Oh. Look, your fries come with that shake. It's kind of scary.
Here we are in Piazza Novana, and Rob is having his portrait done. And he starts with the eye. The eye is the soul, the window to the soul. So I will turn this on every now and then and show you the progress. People standing around watching. Show you our artist. I don't know yet what his name is. I guess I'll find out. quite the crowd forming to watch. And he'll probably get in front to take a photograph. Okay, the artist's name is Catalan, and he's starting on another one now. He's doing this lady, and he does it with a graphite pencil.
T-43.